Yeah.
So
because it is your special day.
Yeah, and I don't want to
to.
Photoshop them to look beautiful. I want
No.
them to just, and I want them to look at it.
Post-production, let me just say this, folks. Post-production, I mean, doing it afterwards, you don't want to do that because
No.
it's time-consuming. I've worked with the top major recording artists, okay,
Mhm.
in studio, L.A., New York, and they say to me, they're excited. It's a brand
Yeah.
new song. Even the ones that have been around for a while, they say, don't worry about it, Paulie. We'll get it in the mix. No. I'm not
No.
going to get it in the mix. They'll get it now. We'll
Right.
set up the other microphone.
Yeah, right.
You know, we'll set up the Newman mic or something.
Right.
Because I could hear it. We're not going to fix with the EQ after.
Yeah.
And you're exactly right. That's
Yeah.
where experience comes in. You're absolutely
And it
right.
never
Carrie.
looks natural after the fact.
Yeah.
It never looks natural.
No.
And the
Yeah,
other thing
of
too
course.
is like we're, our tagline for years has been candid, comfortable, classic, and candid. We have fun. We have fun with our clients. That's one
I
of the
can tell you
reasons.
do.
Yeah.
You've got a passion for photography.
Yeah, and I love people, and I love parties, and I don't feel like I'm working at all on a wedding day.
Yeah.
And every wedding's different, every couple's different, every family's different, every dynamic is different. You don't know what's going to happen when you get in the car and leave for the day, and I love
That's
that. So it keeps me young.
Yeah, no,
We'll
what's
say.
so good about that,
So-
Carrie, too, is like what you're saying. You like to make each one different. You're personalizing
Yeah.
the event and stuff like that. There's no such thing as cookie cutter. You have
No.
to stand here on this X and stuff. You'll see a picture or a scene in the background and say, hey, let's get that. The sun is coming or
Yeah.
whatever. And you know how to do it. That's where experience comes
Yeah.
in.
Yeah, and we have one of my favorite pictures that I can show you in one of these albums I took from the middle of the pool. I was in
On the way.
I was in the water. It was the end of the night. Sometimes you got to do what you got to do.
Oh, my gosh.
So, yeah.
With the
So-
camera and stuff,
Oh yeah,
too?
I took out my backup card.
Oh, okay.
And I took I made sure it was the safest way I could
Wow.
possibly enter a pool with my camera in the.
Now that's
So-
what separates the amateurs from the professionals. Like the album Hotel California that
Yeah.
I worked. The that photographer. You may not even know this.
No.
The album cover's got the hotel there.
Okay.
That photographer took that picture from in a tree.
Oh,
They
because
actually
that's what you
climbed the
needed to
tree.
do.
Yeah, that's what you
Right.
had to do to get up there. So they climbed the tree and took that album cover.
That's what you gotta
going
do.
the
That's
extra
what you gotta
mile.
do.
That's what you do.
Right.
But
Oh,
I
people
tell you,
can tell
going
you
to the
funny
middle of a
stories.
pool is a lot more. How was the water? Cold?
It was lovely.
Oh,
it was
it's
a
nice.
heated pool, unlike mine. It was lovely. So, but it was the first time I came home from a wedding totally soaking wet.
Yeah.
So,
Boy, what a
set a
tough
garbage
job,
bag
right?
down. I know, but it was summer. It felt good. So.
And that couple loved that.
Oh, it's a great picture.
Yeah,
It's a great
that's-
picture.
that's
The bridal
awesome.
party wanted to jump into the water.
Mm-hmm.
So the best angle for me to grab that picture was right there. Let me show it to you.
I
Okay?
want to see. I'm
Let
dying
me see,
to.
it's towards the end of this wedding.
Now this,
album. I'll
is
show
a
you
very,
this album. You're gonna love
this album. I was like, what?
You're gonna, yeah, we already talked about it. You're gonna love this.
Okay.
Well, let me find this picture. It's at the end. All right, so there they
Oh
are.
my God! Oh, look at
It's
that!
a French door album, see?
Look at that!
So I was in the water when I took that.
Oh.
One shot.
Oh my!
You don't get a
God.
second chance
That's right.
to take that
You can't
picture.
go. Okay, dry off. Let's do it again.
Do your hair again. Do your makeup again.
No. Oh
so
my God! What a terrific shot.
sometimes you just gotta get wet for the job.
That-
So, yeah, and this is, we were talking about albums. So we try to
Mm.
offer really unique, different.
I love
this
this
is
album.
a French door album.
Oh, that's
which is just
beautiful.
very
Look
different.
at that.
Not every couple does this, but again.
It's nice for an
yeah.
option. if
Yeah, it's
they-
great too. It makes these. We got to keep the pages matched. There's a great like silhouette shot we
Oh
did in
my
the bridal party.
gosh!
But it makes for these great like
Oh, they
two-page
are
spreads.
beautiful.
Aren't those awesome?
Oh my
So,
God!
Yeah,
Just
it's
so
different.
vibrant.
Yeah. Again, but it's just regular photo paper. It's not HD or anything like
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah.
You're just
yeah,
not
it-
used to
it-
seeing
it
it.
is.
So
now you have some other
I
photography.
do.
So
I
they,
do.
they
That's
have
one
different
style
options.
of albums. We've got more of like kind of a traditional album.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And this
yeah,
is
yeah.
where you can see there's
Yeah.
a lovely couple out of the city.
Oh, look
They
at
were
that.
just awesome.
Yeah, getting ready and stuff. See, that's
So
the, that's
here, we
one
do
thing.
we do some stuff with natural light, but you have to know what
Yeah.
to do with it.
Yeah,
we do
right,
a lot
right,
of
right.
natural light stuff, but you've got to know where to put the light.
It's like that picture. If
Isn't
you're
that
not,
gorgeous?
Yeah, it could be just come out dark and
Yeah.
nothing.
Oh, yeah.
You couldn't see the silhouette.
You
or-
can't do that with and you can't use an auto setting
No.
on a wedding day.
Oh no.
So
you have to.
But that's
know
their
you-
first book. Look at how
Oh,
sweet they
oh,
are.
look at the. Now you're capturing the emotions. Look at
Yeah.
that. You know, like that.
And again, I think this has to do with the way that we don't stage this.
Yeah,
We
yeah, yeah.
set
You
people
can't
up-
stage
No,
that.
we don't
No.
tell them to take 2 steps forward, then
Yeah.
wait, and then look at us. We don't do that.
Yeah.
We don't interrupt the
That's
it's
fake
their
too.
experience.
You can
Yeah.
tell that's like
And
a
my job
fake
is to
smile.
freeze motion, so I don't need
Yeah.
them to stop for me to take a picture. I need them to just
Exactly.
be in the moment.
So you capture the moment when it
experience
happens.
as
Boom,
it's
you're there.
happening. Yeah, and that's again why we really want to make sure people.
Oh boy. Look at
So just
this.
fun stuff with the bridal party
Look
and
at-
stuff. So
Oh wow.
this is what the guests look like at the wedding when they all have their cameras and iPads out.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
See
yeah.
that?
Look at it. Looks
That's
like
a-
you're at a press conference. huh?
Exactly, exactly. Put those cameras down.
Yeah.
We got this. So, but it's a beautiful property down in New Canaan.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So, but to show you some of what we do for albums, they're all very, very different. We,
Yeah.
in the same way that none of our clients are the same. Why should their album again not cookie cutter?
No,
And that's
no.
why we only do so many weddings a
You
year. because
personalize. That's
Yeah,
it.
I mean-
well, the work that gets involved.
Even the covers.
Oh, look
that
at
we
these.
have.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
We have
We got their
Europe.
names right there.
Yep.
Yeah.
We have this,
Okay,
which
oh,
is kind
look
of
at
like those
that.
reflections cover.
Ian, yeah.
Yep, this is
that's like from
Navy-
that sailor's.
he's a sailor.
Yeah, the sailor. That's like
Sailor,
the World
she's
War
a nurse,
II. Yeah,
actually.
yeah, yeah. Oh, see.
In real life.
Yeah, that was.
So
really
that was
top-
actually the groom's idea.
Oh, see.
Yeah.
That's right. That was so,
So-
popular.
But
Wow.
so yeah, so in the same way that our couples aren't the same, their albums
You
should look the
can't.
same. And
It's-
by the
it doesn't
time
fit.
we've done an engagement shoot, we've designed an engagement album, we've done the wedding,
Yeah.
we've had the various meetings and things. By the time we've come back from the wedding, we have a really good idea of the couple's style.
Yeah.
And so, we were able to kind of incorporate that into the album design
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and make it really custom
something
and
that
unique.
they're gonna really
So
like.
we don't charge as much for the albums as other studios do because we really, really, really want people to have they're family heirlooms.
Yeah.
And I know those pictures that I think there's another sample over there, the
Oh,
baby.
I got
Here's another
here's a
sample
few
for
more.
you.
Here's the
Yep.
baby ones here.
Yep, I know that a professional print and a consumer print
Okay.
aren't going to have the same lifespan. Now this one I totally ripped myself, but this is a
Yeah.
consumer print. Do you see how blue that baby is?
Oh,
Let's
yeah,
see if
yeah,
I
yeah,
can-
yeah, yeah.
This is the same JPEG.
Again, the tones are so different.
Yeah,
huh?
well, I spent all this time editing the baby to not look like she's blue.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So then if you print it and it's
Wow.
blue,
Yeah.
and this color is going to fade and fade and fade over time.
Oh,
Versus this one will
see?
retain the same vibrancy unless you
Wow,
scratch
wow.
it to heck like I did.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But
yeah.
so we know an archival print, professional print is like 125 years. So they say. I won't be
no
around to know.
kidding. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
But
yeah.
but versus a consumer print, they say will last about 20 to 25 years.
There is a difference.
So we want to know, like our couples
Yeah.
hired a professional photographer. We've gotten to know them. We love them. We
Mhm.
are totally meshed with their families and friends. And then we send them on their way with a disc of images.
Oh,
So
wow.
I know 20 years from now they'll probably not have any of those.
Yeah,
Or they're not going to look the way they're supposed to look.
exactly.
So instead we brought our album price down.
Yeah.
And then if someone does an album with us, then we give them their high-res
Oh,
files. So that way
wow.
we know.
Yeah.
And that was sort of my way to negotiate between like
Yeah.
the new world of everybody
Right.
wants their JPEGs and the old world of, but wait a second, this is not going to last and we want to print these.
Mhm.
So also I mentioned the PPA earlier, they refer to this time period as the lost generation
Yeah.
because we are our children are so over photographed, but nothing is printed that down the road
That's true.
there will be very little record of our families.
No, that's true. Everybody's taking selfies. Everybody's taking
Yep.
a picture, but where
Most
they have them?
photographed, least
Yeah.
printed, not printed archivally. And to print at home, you have to have archival paper, archival printing,
Oh,
archival, it has to, archival, our type. You know what I'm saying? Thank
Listen, you say that better than I could.
Yeah. But you have to have like multiple things
You're not going to
to
have
equate. Yeah, by the
a
time you
business
make,
like that.
by the time you make that print at home, you might as well have paid us for what a professional print costs.
I've tried that. If you don't have the best paper and
Right.
stuff, it's going to be all pink and
Yeah.
stuff. Sometimes I
Yeah.
had to do that for.
There was even processing in the 70s.
Yeah.
People might have pictures around their house where Kodak's coloring was off, the
Yeah.
processing was off. And there's like a lot of blue tinted
Okay.
and red tinted
Yeah.
prints from that time period that
And
have
that was-
changed over time.
That was the state of the art.
That
back
was
then.
state of the art back then, but the processing was off a little bit.
See that?
And so when people make an album for themselves and they print it themselves,
Yeah.
they have no idea what it's going to look like by the time they want to show it to their kids and their
Oh
grandkids.
yeah. And of
So-
course they're going to want to see them.
Yeah.
Yeah, the kids
We've
are-
actually remade albums because we have a retail storefront. We've had people who've stopped in and said, "Can you make me an album? I'm not really happy with what we have." Or
Oh really?
yeah.
See?
So-
Oh, because they're proud of. I got some. This right here.
we
do you
were
want
talking
to-
about lighting. Well, that's
That's about lighting here?
This is kind of about lighting.
Okay.
Just talking about
There's a
like
big
it's-
difference there.
Yeah, there is. So talking about, I could have brought this up earlier, but
Yeah.
consumer,
Oh,
a prosumer
that's-
photographer, a
Yeah, because I
professional
took. I
photographer.
hope I was taking pictures that I saw over here, and I wanted to
Oh, no,
ask
no,
you the difference
I'm
between
glad that
them.
you did.
I'm sure you probably talked
So-
to the brides about this.
Yeah, no, this is, so what we did is
Mhm.
I had one of my team members, one of my assistants that day, take a picture the way that most people take a picture, which would be a camera with a flash
Mhm.
coming from the camera direction, right?
Okay.
Directional straight towards the
Right.
couple. And so this is what a lot of
Can we get
a lot
picture
of
of this?
photography
Yeah.
looks like. And that's a good picture. That's
Mhm.
actually taken with a professional camera. It's
Yep.
professionally lit.
See that?
Right? That's not how I light.
Right.
I got bored at receptions, and so we started sort of putting. I actually have the little flash you can see in the background.
Oh, yeah.
We
yeah,
started
yeah.
actually sort of putting flash in different spots.
Ooh.
And so what we produce is much more like what your eye would see.
Mm-hmm.
The people in the background aren't, it's not a complete wash of black.
Yes.
So say there was a crowd of people behind them watching them at their cake cutting, or a crowd of people behind them watching their first dance, I can actually get their expressions too.
They're like,
Right.
they're happy.
Yeah,
and they're
because if you're at a
clapping.
venue, your eyes can
Yeah.
adjust to see both.
Right.
But when you're photographing with a camera, you have to pick what you're going to expose for, unless you light for both.
Oh.
And so we actually bring our unique lighting into the reception hall too.
Yeah.
So so that makes even what we do inside
Yeah.
as different as what we do outside.
Wow.
So yeah, thanks for bringing that up.
No, thank
So-
you. I mean, I've seen all these pictures, and there is a difference.
Thank you.
I mean,
I hope so.
I asked you,
You.
so I can see. So, folks, let me just say, if you're thinking about getting a photographer, before we leave, I want to get a nice shot of all those awards that you have here too.
Oh, that'd be great.
But you work hard.
I do,
There's
thank
proof
you.
right there. I didn't realize that photography. I guess. I mean, I'm in the business and stuff as far as DJing, but you're right. I get the 5 hours, but you have
I'm
to
the
meet with these
long-term
people
relationship.
before,
Yeah.
before,
meeting
during,
beforehand.
and after.
We set up the timeline.
Yeah,
So I mean, I don't know that everybody does, but at our studio we
Yeah,
do, because we don't leave it to chance that we're
No.
going to get.
you have to
You
know.
know, we don't
Yeah.
know. I need to know whether parents are married together, alive, divorced, if there's any family. We have to know all that stuff, because if we
Yeah.
don't, we can't help the day go more smoothly.
Family pictures.
And we can't. Then we end
Yeah.
up. We have to reconvene at the reception for a picture that could have been taken at a better time, which is one of the reasons that venues love to refer us,
That's
because
true.
we're not pulling their couples
You know why?
away
Because
from
they don't
their
have
venues.
any headaches.
Yeah, no.
Everybody's happy, no
Yeah.
complaints. So
Yeah, the couple's not half an hour late to their cocktail hour because there wasn't an organizational structure to their pictures. We're still trying to
Exactly.
find people who should have known that they should have been there.
Yeah.
So we help put all that stuff together, because
That's
it's a couple's first wedding usually. It's my 300 and something.
Oh my God.
So I
see
might as well
that?
bring that experience to the table.
Yeah.
And so instead of just bringing it photographically, we also bring it from a time. That's why we don't overbook. That's why we only book so many per year,
You're
because I
smart.
want to be able to
You're very smart.
do that with our
Yeah.
clients. And
And you have
over time.
control. You could give
Yeah.
the same quality service.
Yeah.
That they expect.
Yeah, and that timeline makes all the difference
It
in the
does,
world
it
and how
does.
the day is experienced.
Carrie,
So-
I tell you, it's been a pleasure. I'd like to get the contact information, of course.
Oh, perfect.
What's the best way for our brides out there to get a hold of you, or
You
go to your
can,
website?
you
or
can call
Facebook?
our studio landline. It's
Okay.
860-633-4054.
Mhm.
If I'm not in the studio, oftentimes I have that forwarded to my cell phone too, so
Okay,
that I can
yeah.
even text people if they need to. You mentioned everybody likes
All
to
right.
text.
To
So we got
millennials
that
or
set up.
text savvy?
You can also email me at Carrie, Carrie, at cdraghi, CDRAGHI, photo, PHOTO.com.
Oh, that
And
sounds
that's our website is www.cdragiphoto.com. And check us out on Facebook, because I tend to put more stuff on Facebook than I do.
I bet you it's always changing and stuff.
Yeah,
all the different events and stuff.
we're revamping the web stuff right now.
Yeah.
So.
Well, Carrie, it was indeed
very
a
nice to
pleasure.
meet you.
And folks, may I just suggest that hire a professional. Don't regret it. A week later or years down the road.
Yeah,
Carrie?
most of the time couples just don't know any better.
No. Well,
So-
thank you for the education.
You're
I
welcome.
even learned a lot, and I've been doing this for years as well. Carrie, you're
Yeah.
wonderful, and it was a pleasure. Thanks for being our
Thank you.
special guest today on the
Thanks for
Internet
coming to
Wedding
my
Chair.
studio.
Oh, it was a pleasure. Thank you so much.
Thank you.